So Andrew Schulz went on Megyn Kelly's show for them to joke around about Donald Trump's new imperialistic and conquest-based plans to take over Greenland and invade Panama and threaten the entire world with war. They like it now. Those 2 years we dealt with, those 3 years of Biden and the endless wars, and Biden's a warmonger, and Biden will right there, Biden, only for it to culminate in them celebrating Donald Trump threatening Greenland. Don't believe me? Let's watch.
It's like Trump saying we're going to take Greenland. It's kind of fun.
Right.
I like that shit. That's
Gulf of
the
America.
energy
I like it.
Hell yeah. Like Gulf of America, I don't care. Why was it ever Gulf of Mexico?
I know. We're so much bigger than they are.
Right? Matter of fact, they could still call it Gulf of Mexico. We don't care. Do you know what I mean? Like, but that's the energy that we need. Americans love abundance.
Americans love abundance. Isn't this nation enough? The size of the United States is like two ancient empires combined. The United States effectively is an empire. It's a massive nation that spans from one ocean to the next. Not to mention our bases all around the world, our international trade protected by the U.S. Navy. The United States effectively is, in fact, an empire. And it's hilarious to sit here and watch people who called Joe Biden a warmonger, screamed and cried and complained about Joe Biden dragging us into World War III and all these foreign endless wars. This is why you have to truly confront conservatives with the utmost amount of aggression and ruthlessness, because these people will start the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, drag them out for as long as possible, and then simultaneously rewrite the story and accuse the Democratic Party of being the ones to start all these foreign wars. Donald Trump's gonna get us out of all these foreign wars, and then as soon as he gets in, what does he do? Threaten the entire Western world with invasion over what? You're going to take us to invade Greenland, which is owned by Denmark, who is a part of NATO? The United States military is not ready for a war with Europe. Sure, we'd win, but nobody wants to fight a war with a peer-to-peer military. It would be hell on earth. The United States military fought the global war on terror. It's one thing to fight a bunch of dudes in caves and in villages with AK-47s. It's another thing to fight a competent military who can dish out what it takes. The American people need to wake up and understand and realize that the Republican Party believes in literally nothing. They believe in nothing. They'll sit there and weaponize wars that we're not even in against Joe Biden. Joe Biden's sending all of our money to Ukraine and all these foreign wars. And then simultaneously, they'll sit there and have nothing to say about Vladimir Putin, whose entire presidency is littered with foreign invasions, littered with threats of nuclear annihilation to the entire planet. And Maga has nothing to say. These people have sat here and complained about endless foreign wars. Conservatives do not believe in anything. These people are like NPC drones. You put a new command in their brain and they straighten up their backs and obey. These people cannot be allowed to run this country. They just can't. This has to be the last time. It is the mission of every single Democrat to make sure the American people know and understand conservatives cannot govern. They cannot function, they believe in nothing, and they destroy everything. And look at what they're focused on. Andrew Schulz and Megyn Kelly are worried about Greenland becoming America's and the Gulf of Mexico being named the Gulf of America. Man, people's Medicare is being cut up. They're talking about cutting up Medicaid. They're planning to destroy Social Security, and you're talking about the Gulf of Mexico. But this is the childish shit this nation has to put up with. Childish people like Megyn Kelly, who was said to have blood coming out of her wherever by Donald Trump, who now pretends to all of a sudden be a Trump supporter. Watch and learn. Megyn Kelly, when it becomes incredibly obvious that this MAGA ship is beginning to sink, Megyn Kelly will be the first rat to go flying right out. She will be the first rat to go flying right out of the ship. I guarantee you, Megyn Kelly is doing this for her own benefit. She knows Donald Trump is a nincompoop fool. She knows MAGA is mayhem. She knows Donald Trump is not worthy of any sort of respect. But Megyn Kelly knows full and fucking well, if she wants a future in conservative media, she must bow down and bend the knee and kiss the McDonald's ring. She knows she has to do it, and that's why she does it. And then Andrew Schulz, he's like the rest of these right-wing comedians. They have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. The marching orders come down from on high, from Tucker Carlson and the rest. Joe Biden starting all these foreign wars. America's unsafe. Then Trump wins, threatens extremely powerful nations with basically world war. And Andrew Schulz all of a sudden is in favor of world war. These people do not think. They do not think. They receive speaking and talking points from on high and then repeat them and believe them. And these are the people who were supposed to lead America into a golden age? People incapable of critical thought? Seriously. Andrew Schulz and the rest of these MAGA comedians are supposed to be free thinkers. Megyn Kelly, whose career is being held at proverbial gunpoint by all of MAGA, is supposed to be treated like some sort of unbiased and trustworthy source of what Trump is or isn't doing. Her entire career is dependent upon pretending like she likes these people. That's her entire career. That's her entire career ever since Trump showed up, is pretending as though she actually supports this shit. I guarantee you, when the ship is clearly sinking and for everyone to see, and MAGA starts losing faith, Megyn Kelly will be the first little rat to go flying straight out of the ship. Straight out of the ship. Worried about the Gulf of Mexico being renamed Gulf of America and people's health care is at risk of being destroyed by Elon Musk and Mike Johnson and Donald Trump. Elon Musk talks about how Social Security is a Ponzi scheme. And then silence. Silence from MAGA. Silence that almost in a way is loud. The fact that these people have nothing to say about a rich billionaire threatening the safety net of our elderly and our sick. They don't even care. They don't even care. It doesn't even occur to them. But this, again, is the unseriousness of MAGA. And this is incredibly important as to why Democrats need to fight tooth and fucking nail every single day to win the hearts and minds of the American people. Because this political movement is a fucking joke. As people are dying and losing their social safety nets, Megyn Kelly and Andrew Schulz are about Greenland and the Gulf of Mexico. These are the serious conversations of the philosophers of MAGA. Okay, these are the scientific innovations and philosophical epiphanies being brought about by your MAGA, your bright MAGA minds, your bright MAGA intellectuals, is the Gulf of America and invading Greenland. Imperialism is what conservatives stand for. Lack of proper governance, no social safety nets, total mayhem and destruction. This is who they are. And they show themselves every single time. These people are going to go to jail. These people are going to go to jail. We're going to send all of them to jail. This kind of shit, the American people will eventually wake up to how bad this is. And right now, they're trying to blame Robinette for it. They're trying to blame Robinette. They're trying to blame our boy Joe Biden for all of these things that they're clearly doing, crashing the stock market, angering our enemies. That's what they're doing. MAGA is going to destroy this nation's greatness. And they think blaming Joe Biden is going to last them 8 years. It won't last you 8 years. And God forbid Trump lives beyond 8 years, 10, 11, 12. 12 years of total mayhem and destruction. You won't be able to lie forever. You won't be able to blame Joe forever. Eventually, Joe is going to be out of here. You're going to have to blame someone else. But this is the MAGA movement. They believe in nothing and destroy everything.